Welcome into the Greater Texas Ford Dealers inaugural Female Athlete of the Month. From Texarkana to El Paso, the Panhandle to San Angelo, the Permian Basin to East Texas, Waco, Wichita Falls to Lubbock, and many points in between. We celebrate the remarkable achievements of female high school athletes based on performances on and off the field and courts. From Class 6A to private schools, it's the Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month. Joining me now, the heart and soul of the Vega Lady Longhorns basketball program, the one and only Lucy Richards, the Class 2A Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month. Congratulations, Lucy. What did you think when you heard that you won this tremendous honor of being the best in Texas?
Well, first of all, thank you, but it's an honor to be chosen for like all the 2A schools in Texas. That's really cool. And I just want to thank my coach because if he wouldn't have helped me or pushed me, I wouldn't be here to where I am today.
Well, Lucy, I look at you and you are absolutely the perfect definition of what a student athlete is. You're a straight A student, and I know that means a lot to you, but you're also a team player. How do you pull that off, and why is that so important to you?
I try to work my hardest in school to get like most of my schoolwork done in school, so I don't really have that much to do after school, so I can focus on basketball or rodeo and practice when I come home.
When you're such a star player on a team, how are you able to pull that off and also be a team player at the same time?
I just have to know that my teammates are there to help me. Like they'll trust me, and they know that if I drive, or I know that if I drive, they're there for my kickouts. Or I just have to know that they're there and they trust me, and I trust them.
Well, I look at your numbers on this basketball team. They're remarkable. 17 points a game, 8 rebounds. You're pretty much a double-double every game, 4 assists a game. And as you look at that, I know that you bear the brunt of so much of the offense. How much do you enjoy that and in that process of keeping your teammates involved?
It's so much fun because they push me to be my best, and I know if I hit a three, they're going to be behind me every step of the way. And same thing for them. We're going to support them whatever they decide to do. So it's really fun.
Well, Coach Griffitt was the one that nominated you for this tremendous honor. He talks about how hardworking you are and how you bring the best out of everybody. You demand greatness not only in yourself, but also out of your teammates. How do you do that?
I just have to know that they're there and they want to win like just as much as I do, and they support me in everything and I support them. So without it, it would be really hard for us to win.
Well, you're a rare athlete because you've actually had 4 coaches in 4 years. How have
Yeah.
you been able to weather all that and keep motivated to be the great basketball player that you are today?
It's been really hard, I'm not gonna lie. Switching like every summer, my sophomore year, we switched halfway through the season, and it's been really tough, but it's all worked out for a reason because now we're really happy to have Coach G, and he's really helped us improve.
What has Coach G meant to you personally?
Oh boy, a lot. I didn't know if he was going to be our coach when they told us that our last one was leaving in May, I guess. And he called me and said that something wanted him to come back and be my coach for my last year. And so that really, like, I don't know, it meant a lot to me because I know he wanted to be there for me and my team. Like, we love him so much, and it would not be possible without him.
Looking at your team, talk about some of the star players that you go to battle with that you really enjoy playing with.
Jazz Martinez, she's a junior and she's more of a forward. She can hit a three from anywhere, and her basketball skills, she can drive really well. And then Addie Bittigan, she's our number 1 point guard, and we trust her with the ball to get it down the floor and run our plays and call our offenses. Those are my 2 main hopes. And the ones off the bench, they're learning. We're getting there, but yeah, they're really fun to play with.
Well, you only have 8 girls on the team, in Class 2A. So how do you play defense without fouling? Because it really hurts you if you get anybody fouling out, right?
Yes, sir, it does. It's been a work in progress for all 5 of us, like the 5 starters, because if we get 4 fouls, like we can't come out of the game. So we just have to learn to play straight up and good defense, because if not, it's not going to go well.
Well, you're the only senior on the team. You talked about that. How much have you enjoyed that role as being kind of the elder statesman of the crew and really showing them the way?
It's been fun. It's kind of hard at some points because I don't know, I don't really have the backup to help me, but they know that sometimes they're going to have to listen to me to be able to succeed. And we get along really well. So it's not really that hard. I don't feel like I'm the only one there because I know that they're there too to help me.
Well, you've been playing basketball basically since birth. What was it about the game of hoops that you fell in love with?
It was so fun. My team since second to like sixth grade was so fun to play with. Like we had a really good time. And I played with a bunch of Canyon girls. And then once we got to Vega, my junior when I played in junior high, we were pretty good. And I just love it. It's been fun ever since.
Well, in the spring, you switch sports to the rodeo. You're riding horses, you're goat tying. Whatever got you into that, and what do you enjoy about that sport?
So my dad rodeoed when he was in high school. And so he pretty much got us into that. I've been rodeoing since I was 4 and I love it. My sister does it, my whole family does it. So it's pretty much a family event when we go to rodeos in the summers at nationals at state. It's so fun.
Yeah, and I watch the videos of you, and I'm just mesmerized. I mean, it's incredible the balance you have to jump off of a horse in stride, run, and catch that goat. Is there a correlation with basketball and the footwork there? Because you really have to be kind of in synchronicity to do all that.
Yes, we work on footwork a lot for goat tying because if you're not very quick or your steps aren't like matched very well, then you're probably not going to get to the go in time very well. So I think that's helped me in basketball to be able to have like my body control to be able to drive and stuff.
Well, you have absolutely dominated the Texas High School Rodeo Association. You've been to the national finals in Wyoming. You've been an all-around champ. You've pretty much won everything. You finished 4th in the country. But the thing that really jumps out to me is the fact that you don't really shy away from the big stage. How much do you enjoy those experiences of being in the rodeo and being with the best in the country? And there you are competing and being one of the best.
I would credit a lot of that to my sister because she's older than me and she made it to nationals and state. So that's given me like I've known what it's like, so I know how to compete at that level. And so I think it helped me not it didn't make it easier, but I understood what it took to compete at those levels.
Tell us how you perfected the breakaway roping and how you've been able to really perfect that and be one of the best in the country.
Well, I definitely haven't perfected it, but my dad has played
Nobody
a
has,
really
right?
yes, sir. My dad has played a really big role in like helping us succeed. He's out there practicing with us every day when we can, and he knows a lot about it. And so I just have to know what he's telling me, and I have to trust it that it's right.
What are some of the biggest challenges when you're doing goat tying? Because it seems to me like there's just so many variables that come into play.
Well, getting off your horse is a big one. You have to be able to move your feet and run. But after that, you just gotta flank and tie the goat. Like we practice every day, so it's pretty much just muscle memory at this point. And my sister and I practice almost every day, so it just comes naturally now, I guess.
Well, your dad, like you, has competed in the national finals. He was a great college, rodeo person there at Texas A&M, a reserve goat tying national champion. What has he taught you about the sport that you really take with you every time you go out there?
He knows a lot about it, and he's really pushed me to be the best I can, and he wants me to do my very best. So him having like experience winning, it's really helped us to win too.
So you have 9 horses and 6 goats. I'm
Yes,
not
sir.
sure if the goats really like you because of what you do, but do you name the horses and the goats? And what's an average day like for you?
Oh yes, we name pretty much all of our animals. And a normal school day would be I wake up about 6:30 and go to school from 7:45 to 3 and practices from like 3 to 5:30, whatever Coach G decides. And then I will come home and rope and tie goats with my parents and go back inside and do homework, I guess.
What's the name of your favorite horses?
My favorite horse is Tweeter, and I rope anti-goats off of him, and then I have a backup horse named Bingo.
Bingo and Tweeter, huh?
Yeah.
I like that. I wonder if Tweeter is actually on Twitter. I'll have to check and see if that's a possibility. Well, you talked about your sister, Madeline. She was a star point guard in basketball, and she's been doing the rodeo thing at Texas A&M. What are some of the things that you've learned from her? And in comparing you to her, who's the better basketball player and who's the better rodeo girl?
I don't know. She can probably tie goats a lot better than I can, but roping, it really just depends on the day. And then basketball, we haven't 1v1 in a while, so I don't really know how that would go, honestly.
Well, you plan on being a fourth-generation Texas Aggie there in College Station at Texas A&M. Why the choice, and why did you want to continue the family legacy there?
Well, it's family legacy, and I think Texas A&M is so cool. Their rodeo team is a work in progress, but they have a winning tradition, so I want to be a part of that, and it'll help me push myself to be better.
Well, it's in your family. You know, your parents run the Diamond Cattle Feeders Feed Yard in Hereford, the booming metropolis of Hereford. How much have they meant to you, knowing that they've been there every step of the way and driven you around all these competitions? How much have they helped you?
They've helped me so much. Anywhere I want to go, or even my sister, they're going to take us there. They want us to be the best we can be, and they're going to push us every step of the way.
Do they also have you working for them at a very low wage?
Sometimes. In the summers when we're home, I do go out there and help them, my dad, a little bit. But yeah, I don't know, sometimes.
Well, other sports that you excel at is golf. You've been part of a golf team that's been very successful on the state level, and track and field. Tell me about those sports and how much you enjoy them.
I just started golf last year, so I'm not really there yet, but we're working on it. Golf was fun. I've never golfed, so it was a new experience, new way to a different sport, completely different sport than anything I've ever played. And track, I've ran track since 7th grade, and we had a pretty good sprint relay last year, so that we made it to the regional final. So that was pretty fun to be a part of. And yeah.
I like the fact that Coach G is also your golf coach. I mean, he basically coaches everything, right?
Yes. He also coaches country.
That's the way it happens out in the country in Class 2A. You were also the homecoming queen. What about that experience? How much did you enjoy that?
It was pretty fun. I was not really expecting that at all. But my coaches kind of give me crap for it now because I'm not really the type to dress up and do all that fun stuff. So they think it's pretty funny that I was the homecoming queen.
Well, you have been born to be a competitor. Where do you think that drive comes from?
Oh boy. Me wanting to win. I love to win, and losing, I don't take losing very well. But my parents have definitely helped push that part of me because if they want me to win. So I just think that without them, I wouldn't be able to win. So they've really helped me in that aspect.
Well, Lucy, continued success. Thanks so much for doing this, and congratulations on being our Class 2A Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month.
Thank you.
Your Greater Texas Ford Dealers is so proud to recognize the hard work, dedication, perseverance, and passion of so many Texas high school female athletes who inspire us all. Here's this month's winners. And don't forget, you can see their interviews at Greater TX Ford for Greater Texas Ford Dealers. From Class 1A to 6A, plus private schools, we celebrate them all. Thanks so much for watching the Greater Texas Ford Dealers inaugural Female Athlete of the Month. See you next time.